Alright, so welcome back to another ReactJS tutorial. As you can see, now I'm using the good old BattlePal Scrimba for my video record. And sorry for this being a late upload, quote unquote, from where I live, but for some of you, probably it's right in the morning or something like that. But today, anyway, we're going to keep talking about ReactJS, as you can see from the title. And then we're going to specifically talk about form processing, or just form, how to handle it when a form gets submitted. So just a quick recap, what is an HTML form? What is kind of HTML form? Well, in here, what I can say is form. We're going to use a form tag. And then here, we can basically provide a label if you want to. And then I can say name, text, placeholder, because it's JSX, I need to have this, button type, submit, let's just say input type, equals submit, value is submit. Alright, so now if I go ahead and refresh on this mini browser right here, I can see got a simple form that you can fill out your name in. That's basically a form. But what should we do when a form actually gets submitted or some stuff like that? How should I handle that? Well, now I'm gonna start to create a simple form. Again, this example is from ReactJS with some small twist from my modification. And then if you want to take a look up the original ReactJS documentation, you can find the link in description down below. All right. So in here, basically what I can do is I will go and create a new class. And then here I should just call this name form extends react.components. And then here, take a constructor class first, props, and then here let's go super this first to just standard boilerplate. And then here we can go ahead and go create a state. Recall state is what we manage inside of React components. And in here we can just say name, and for now let's go ahead and add undefined because user didn't provide one just yet. And then we can go ahead and add these two cryptic line here. So let's see here. Oops. And here I can say this dot handle change equals this dot change name dot bind this, basically, so we can use this in the change name property, and then this dot the submit, this dot handle submit, this dot handle submit, also bind to this as well. Alright, so these are some standard boilerplate, and now let's go and implement change name and handle submit property or method or function, whatever we want to call this. And then here what we could say is this actually going to take another variable. It's actually going to take another variable. So so basically, according to React documentation, there we can let's see. So we're actually going to go ahead and take a argument here called event. It's basically what it's basically like what actually get stored, basically. And then in here, this event dot so this we will use event.target.change, but the event is just a way that React going to take in as some custom events going to happen when we're dealing with form, just like when we need to have like props in the constructor method. And then here I can just say this set state. So we're going to change the state, and then here we're going to say value is event.target.value, and this is basically going to get the value of that a given input field. And then so this is going to handle when the name is changed, and then we're going to use an unchanged JSX attribute. So this is like update in real time, you can imagine like that. So synchronously. And then we can say handle submit. And then this is also going to take event as well. And then we can say console.log. Let's use this template. Hello. And then we can say this.state.value. And then we are going to also add as well as event.prevent default. So basically not let this form actually get submitted. And then in here we can go ahead and provide render. And then here I can just say form on submit equals this.handle submit. And then we can say label. Here we could say your name. So even without an input field, I mean not without input field, but a label. And I can say text. And then on change, basically what's happened when the text get changed. And then here, what we could say is this dot change name. And then we're going to close this. Then let's also add input type submit. Alright, so let's just do a quick recap what we did. First, we go to create our constructor class, bind these two, and create a state. And then we add two things. We use special event going to get what happened during this event, and we can use event.target.value to use to reference an input area or text areas like a value. And then here we can just go and then we can set state to this new state we just created, and then we're going to handle the submit. And let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and say here, so return name form, and then I would expect to see some error, but I hope I didn't. I hope I don't have to see some error. Alright, so now if I refresh, we got a form, and then here let me just type name, and now you can see it says dev is me here. And then what if I want to constantly see state? So I can say console.log this.state, and then we refresh again. So what you should see is you can see this is constantly get updated. I don't know why the name is always undefined. Is there like a special thing that get added? But this is what happened when we on change. It keep adding, and then the one you see is a previous one. So it's not like after the set state. So that's just like a sneak peek what's actually happening here. And then handle submit. Make sure we have print default here, otherwise the form going to get refreshed. And then yeah, so we just return and render this. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look as well. So we can also actually use a text area as well. So if we change this to the text area instead, Closing text area is a self-closing bold text. And if we refresh, now because we got a bigger area to put our name, probably can put other stuff as well. But you can see basically it's going to do the same thing. But so text area input type basically is like approximately the same thing. Now let's take a look. At select. So basically like a select. So you can basically list the item that you can select with. And then in this case, since we're doing programming, we're just going to say favorite programming language. Let's just say that. And then, so we can take a look how can we deal with select as well. We're not going to change a lot, but what will happen, actually will not change really much beside here. So we can say your favorite programming language is this. And then here, what I can do is I can create select instead. And then the value going to be this dot state dot value. Wait, what did I? Oh, I give the name. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Okay. And then here I can say unchange equals this dot handle. Actually get change name. I'll just say change name for now. And then let's go close this. And then here we can add basically whatever we want now. So we can say option value. I can say something like let's say C Java Python and JavaScript. And JavaScript here. And then if we take a look, what will happen? So if we refresh, now you could see we got different lists we can choose from. Actually, I forgot to create a submit. Alright, so now if we take a look. So by default, just going to be C, because that's the first item on our list. If you want to change it to JavaScript, we can change to JavaScript, because this is always display the previous one, because this is console.log before we set the state. And if I submit, you can see your favorite programming language is name, because that's what we used. And then if you refresh, then you choose Python, your favorite programming language is Python. And then if I choose JavaScript, your favorite programming language is JavaScript. Okay. Alright, so I think that will be of the demonstration we're going to do. So in the last, so this is like tutorial number 5 or number 4-ish. So we talk about form processing, like how could we handle when an input area or text area get changed, and then what happens when a form gets submitted. But that's about it. So if you like this video, feel free, and if you want to, please subscribe to this channel. That really helps, and like this video as well. I will link all the relative resources into the description down below, as well as the source code. And then I also link some personal links, such as donation link, PayPal. And if I create a Discord server, you can join if you want to, and my 30 sub special raffle. And let's see. So in the next few tutorial, I guess we're going to start to create some projects. And feel free to comment below that what project do you want to see me to create, like what fun project you want to see me to create. Because otherwise, if there's no comments about that, then we're going to start to create my most traditional to-do list. Alright, so thanks for watching, and see you next time.